Hi, everyone. We had a great question come in last week that I wanted to share here in more detail because it's coming up in a lot of conversations, and it may be a question that you're asking yourself as well. So, hi, Nora and Sean. I have a chunk of money just sitting at the bank, and I don't know what to do with it. Is there something better to do with it than just sit in the savings account? So, great question, and we're having these conversations with clients, especially around this time, is that you do not want to be sitting on a lot of cash. Why? So to put this in context, the Fed tries to seek an average rate of inflation of 2%. April's numbers came out, so that's where it takes a look at April 2020 to April 2021 and the rate of inflation, and that is 4.2%. May came out at 5%, and we're waiting on June's to come out on July 13th. So with the rate of inflation the way it's going, so if it continues to either stay at 5% or continues to grow, you are already losing out to inflation in your savings account. Because if you think about it, a savings account earns anywhere from 0.06 to 0.08%. With the rate of inflation high at 5% or even more, you're going to be losing out, and you're going to continue to lose out. So the conversations we're having with clients is get that money to work for you. And that's going to be different for everybody. So a good starting point is, do you have an emergency fund built? So if you kind of go in and do a quick Google search of what should my emergency fund be, you'll probably find a lot of information about anywhere from like 3 to 6 months of expenditures. That's a great starting point, but just know it's going to be different for everybody. So let's say you're a single income family. Maybe you're in a job that is mostly commissions, or maybe you're in a position that doesn't really have a strong job security. Those things are going to impact what that emergency fund looks like. And you don't want that fund all sitting in cash because it's going to be losing out to inflation. So what we recommend to clients is to have some portion of that emergency fund sitting in the savings account just for monthly bills, quick, easy swipe on your phone. The rest of that emergency fund you want working for you in a conservative brokerage account with the goal of that account to outpace inflation. So let's say you have that number. You've hit that number. Where do you put your next dollar? And so once your emergency fund is fully funded, things to look at is retirement accounts. So are you matching your 401k at work? Are you contributing or maxing out your IRAs? So let's say your Roth IRA with a max contribution of up to $6,000 this year or $7,000 catch up. That's a good goal to kind of hit. Another thing to look at is debt. Do you have any debt? What's the interest rate on those loans or debt that you have? May make sense for you to put some of those funds towards that to pay off the debt. Other things to look at is, do you have any other long-term goals? So anything maybe over 12 months. Maybe you want to buy a house or go on vacation. What goals do you have to start putting funds towards that, and maybe have that grow at a more moderate or growth-oriented portfolio in a brokerage account? So things to think about: one, make sure you're not sitting on a lot of cash, especially now with the inflation rates so high. You want to get that money working for you in the market. So look at your emergency fund. Look at maybe some debt or loans that you have. Can you pay those off? What type of retirement accounts can you start putting funds towards? And what other goals do you have, short or long term, that you can start building for yourself? And so if you don't have a strategy in place, or if you have any questions, we're always here as a resource at Bolt Financial Group.